Right guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be ranking or rating my series for 2020. So every series that I've done, mostly FIFA obviously, but we're going to include everything in it. So it's basically going to be from last September up until now, because that's really when the series start. They start in September when the new FIFA comes out. We go right till maybe June, maybe have a different series in July, take out August, and then September we start again. Obviously this year's been a wee bit different with COVID, but that's kind of the structure that I want to work with going on, because it's been a big year, and I'm going to talk a bit about that at the end, but let's get into talking about the series first, boys. So, kicking things off with the Crystal Palace career, and I think it was good at the start, right? Obviously, it fell on unfortunate times. Things happened that I still can't explain. I might have half an explanation, but I'm still not 100%, which, I want to make sure it doesn't happen again, though. Obviously, you'll all remember, the old subs will remember, the new subs won't know about this time. I was kind of getting back into YouTube again. Basically, I had a tendency of uploading for a while and then just stopping. And this Palace career, this was the revamp of the channel. It's like I'm back and I'm doing a series and I'm getting through it. And yeah, it didn't happen because I was actually getting through it. But what happened was, one day I went to upload an episode, not sure what it was, maybe episode 5 or something, and YouTube wouldn't upload it. It just said, as soon as I put it in, I had the description all done, and I'd hit the arrow to press, right, go and upload that. It was like, no, not happening. So it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work on any video I tried on my phone. So I was like, right, we're screwed. And that's when I kind of made the announcement, lads, the channel's finished by the looks of things. And then we came back and other stuff happened. Other series obviously happened in between, and then we finished it on stream, because I'm a big person for getting series finished. Now there's a lot of series playlists on my channel that are not complete, and that kind of annoys me a bit, but if they're not complete at this point, they're not going to get complete, lads, I'm going to be honest. But yeah, the Palace career mode got done on stream. It was a really good career mode, I thought, and you have to remember, at the time, this was last September. I didn't know a lot then, right? You'll even see, if you compare, I think it's episode 4 it stopped, and then episode 5 was the live stream. If you watch episode 4 and episode 5, you'll see even the recording's different. Episode 4, I was still recording the TV screen, whereas episode 5, because so much further down the line, I'm actually screen recording by that point. So a lot had changed. There was a lot I hadn't figured out at that point. No face cam or nothing. So while it was a good series, things happened, and also I hadn't developed the channel enough at that point. So it's going to get a 5 out of 10, boys. I don't want to completely batter it, but it was just kind of, stuff happened. It was unfortunate, and then I still had a lot to learn to do at that point. And if you compare it to videos I produce now, it's definitely not on that level. So 5 out of 10 for the Crystal Palace career mode. So we also had Volta. I think it was kind of in and around that time. I was going to start it as like a second series, and we done 2 episodes. So, do I call it a series? It was meant to be a series, which is why I'm including it. Volta itself just sucked, and that's not even to mention the fact that, again, I wasn't screen recording at that time. There was no face cam. I didn't know how to work with music, which was another thing. I just put a tune in the background. For instance, looking back at the Palace career as well, whenever I scored, I either had the generic iMovie tunes or I had techno beats on, but it just started at the start of that clip. I didn't work out how to, have it playing and get the goal to happen on the drop of the song. I couldn't do it. Volta was really just rubbish, and call me stupid, but I think it was confusing. I started a story or like some sort of cup thing, and then the next episode I went to do, I clicked something else. I clicked another part of Volta, and I thought I'd lost everyone. I was like, what the heck is this? And it was just a mess, and then Volta just sucked, lads. I'm not even going to hype it up. I don't want to waste too much more time on it. You can't blame me for trying it. It's the same thing, you know, people tried The Journey back in the day, only it was decent. It was good compared to Volta. Volta was really bad. 1 out of 10. Let's not sugarcoat this. So next up, we had the Arsenal career mode. And boys, at the start, it was just like any other career. Now, this is where we actually came back. I'd been away for 5 months. I think this was the aftermath, I think, of YouTube telling me we can't upload your videos. And then I left, you know, just didn't bother. And then I tried one day. I don't know what came over me. I just tried and it worked. And I was like, let's come back with a career. And we done Arsenal. And at the start, it was the same. No face cam, no proper recording, just me recording the screen. And yeah, that's how it was. I think it was episode 4. We got the face cam for the first time. I figured out how to do it. I figured out how to screen record the gameplay. And that was a big step up, boys. It really, and I'm glad we done it so early. If we had done that in episode 14 or even the final episode, it would have been like, yes, we figured this out, but it's too late. The career mode's over. We figured it out very early, and I'm really happy with that. We introduced career challenges, and for once, I felt like I had finished a proper series. There's a lot of series I feel like there's a couple I've got through. You know, even WWE ones. The Paris Road to Glory I got through, but I felt like at the end I rushed it just to get it done. There's not too many series where I felt I've done it properly, you know, the way a series should be, and I've stuck by it and finished it. I felt like I'd done that with this one. I enjoyed it a lot, lads, and it was great to be back on YouTube. The career challenges came in, and it was a really good series. I really enjoyed it. It's going to get a 7 out of 10, boys. And obviously, the career challenges in the Arsenal career mode, one of them I failed, which meant I had to do Chelsea career mode. That was the forfeit. And you know what? It worked out because obviously we had the face cam from the start. The proper recording was all there from the start. It was just brilliant and I enjoyed it. Again, I felt like it was another proper series. I finished it, you know, uploaded every day, as far as I remember. Maybe missed a day here or there due to things happening, but pretty much daily uploads. We got through it the way a series should be. Great signings, just great fun playing it, and yeah, it was probably one of my best series ever. I'm not going to say it's my best, but it's one of my best, and I'm going to say, you know, the series should get better as we go up here, because I've obviously, as I said, I've learnt a lot more as we've got on this year, and the Chelsea career mode was another big step in the right direction. The Arsenal career mode, when we got that face cam, all kind of started it. Chelsea was just, we had the face cam, we had the recording properly. I don't think I had the music sorted properly yet, but that was the next thing. Chelsea was really good. I'm going to say it was a wee bit better than Arsenal. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10, lads. I think it was a good series. Then we had the Journey career mode, which was kind of the end to FIFA type thing. And it started really well with Gremio and all. I enjoyed it. But the reason I'm not going to rate it too highly is because I feel like at the end, it got boring. And it got to a point, and this can happen really easily in series, and it's the one thing you don't want to happen, where you yourself are thinking, I want to get this finished. It's been too long. And that happened. The ideal situation would have been for me to finish the career around Ajax. Now, I think one of the big things, obviously I can't control the game, one of the big things that happened in that series, when I went from Gremio to Sheffield United, that was all good. I needed to go from Sheffield United to maybe PSG by then. But I went to Ajax, and Ajax aren't, they're not up there to win the Champions League every year. So that kind of added a middle block that I didn't need. But I wanted to win the Champions League with Ajax. I thought that would have been good. But obviously the goal of a journey career is to end with a ridiculous team anyway. So PSG was the right place to end. I just think there was some middle block there, being either Sheffield or Ajax. One of them just needed to be removed. Maybe even Sheffield. I think I got more involved with Ajax. I don't know why I feel like that. But yeah, when it gets to a point of I want to get this finished, it's been going on too long, then it's not, you've hit your point. Long series are always dodgy. Even with a career mode, 14, 15 episodes, if you can make it there, you've done well. But you'll see the views start to drop. But I think it was a good series. I know people enjoyed it, right? I had people coming to me, at least 2 or 3 people were saying every day, when's the next episode out? This is really good. And to be fair, that was kind of the point when I was at Ajax, It picked up then, which was weird because I said Ajax was kind of the boring part. I thought Gremio was a really good place to start. Copa Libertadores was just new into FIFA career, and it was like, right, let's make the most of this. Maybe Sheffield would have been the team to take out. Seemed like an exciting move, but it wasn't exciting in the career itself. But yeah, that's how it was. I don't rate it as a top career, but because of how people were coming to me and saying I'm enjoying these, because I have proof that people actually wanted to see this series, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I think it dragged on a bit too much, which is why I'm giving it a little less than the Chelsea career. But it wasn't worse than Arsenal. Definitely not. Arsenal was a good career, but here we had the face cam the full way, and I just thought it was good. 7 out of 10. So, we also had a 99 overall Bunter Castles, right? Now, for anyone that hasn't figured this out yet, it is based off FNG's The Box series, so that's where I got the idea. And I thought, obviously he does 1 overall The Box, we done 1 overall Bunter the year before. He makes his so entertaining, lads. I can't do that, right? He's a pro YouTuber, and I just don't have that kind of experience or technology or just the know-how to do what he does. And I feel like the series, it kind of died. He keeps his alive, although he doesn't post it as much as I kind of posted Bunter. I think I start a series and I'm about getting through it. He isn't about getting to that end goal with The Box. At the end of FIFA, Box doesn't win the Champions League. Box just falls off the face of the earth and comes back in next FIFA. So I think maybe that ruined it, but it wasn't entertaining enough. The 1 overall one was better in my opinion. And even then, I wasn't recording it properly. It was another one I had to stream right at the end, and then Bunter gets injured, which ruins his season anyway, so it was a really flat ending. And some people aren't going to like this, but I'm going to call it a convenient ending, because even on stream that day, I was at a point where I was like, when he got injured, I was almost relieved, because I was like, right, that's it. I don't have to play this anymore, I'll just sim to the end of the season. But it was just like, yeah, this isn't entertaining. It's not entertaining me. It was a really funny idea at the start. I thought it was a great concept. The Box is funny in general. We have our own funny character, Bunter Castles. Obviously, I would put in clips of him that Shane Todd has made, and that was all good. But whenever those ran out, I just couldn't produce that entertainment on my own. It wasn't a series I was doing well with, and Yeah, well, it wasn't good. I'm gonna for the fact that the concept was kind of funny, but it really wasn't good. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 10, lads. So next, or in and around these, I think it was in and around the Arsenal and Chelsea career maybe, and the Journey career. To be fair, this was a really long series. We had Pez become a legend with Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. And you know what, lads? I enjoyed it. And I am gonna admit, I'm proud of myself that we made it to 30 odd episodes with this, right? It was really long by my standards. I don't usually do series that are really, really long. I do a career mode for one season, kaput, that's it. And even when I tried to do a Road to Glory a few in FIFA 19 with Paris FC, it was basically just sim games, and I don't know. That shows the level I was at that time, right? Just wasn't putting the effort in, wanted to get views. Doesn't work like that. Which I see now because I spend a lot more time editing a video now than I did back then, trust me. But this series I loved. I loved the progression of the character. I loved his development. I thought it was a great storyline. I liked how we went back to each of, well, Ronaldo Senior's clubs. We kind of followed that same path. I do want to do another one of these in PES 2021 with Messi's son. And then if the channel should be still going for PES 2022. The reason it might not be after that, there's a video coming about that in a few, probably a week or two, just before I start school again. So we need to talk about a few things there. But PES 2022 will have done Ronaldo's son, will have done Messi's son. You're gonna hate me. I have to do Gerrard's son, right? Has to be done. I know he's really young at the minute, and he's still going to be quite young in a year or two, but, you know, we'll make it work. We'll envision him grown up. But Messi's son's coming next. But this series I loved. It was a slow start. I didn't often play PES, and I wasn't great at it. But I really got into it, really enjoyed it. Some mad stuff went down. And I think without even having cutscenes, really, or without having an actual set storyline, it's just go out and play matches. You can almost make your own storyline. You know, we were making Champions League finals, playing World Cups, playing Euros, winning. I think it was the Euros we won, or the World Cup, one of the two. Won Champions League finals, we won league titles. You know, we played in Portugal, then we went to England, then we went to Spain, then we went to Italy and finished it off. I think that was it. And we just made a really great storyline out of it. I really enjoyed it, boys. Again, I don't want to give it a ridiculous rating because I still think I can produce something a bit better. But I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. I think it was probably one of my best series this year. So, outside of the football games now, and we had Dream Daddy, and why did I even play this? Well, I've watched Xavier Woods, or Austin Creed, the WWE wrestler. He has a YouTube channel called Up Up Down Down, plays a lot of random games on it. He's played Dream Daddy, and I loved watching that series. I don't know why. I thought this game's class. I just like it. And I always wanted to get it, but I knew it was on PC. And for years I thought this. I was just on PC, I'm buggered. And then I found out it was on mobile. And I was like, here, this is Christmas come early. I can't wait to play this. And you know what? I'm going to make a series out of it. And I started to play it, and I enjoyed it a bit at the start. But it was kind of... It wasn't doing that well for views, right? And I can't blame yous, you know. For me to be such a... I don't know how to describe my channel. There's football, you know, it's sporty. There's GTA. It's all, you know, what do we call it? Sport, action, just real hardcore, manly games. You know what I'm saying? And then Dream Daddy comes on because, you know, I have that part to me, lads. I enjoy a bit of Dream Daddy. You know, I enjoy those life simulator games, but this just I actually deleted it not long after I stopped the series. Episode 4, I just said, after that episode, I was like, no, I'm not doing this again. It's not working. And yeah, it wasn't good. The only way I can describe it is like when you meet your favourite celebrity and you think they're brilliant until you meet them and they turn out to be just not nice in person. That was the kind of disappointment. I was like, I've loved watching this game. I've always wanted to play it. And now that I'm playing it, I don't see... I'm not enjoying it. And there could be two reasons. One could be I've done a series on it and everything's different when you do a series, lads. It's not as chilled out as you would want it to be. But at the same time, I imagine if I had played that just on my own, because I've watched the whole thing, I know the outcome. Maybe, everything I would have wanted to know about the game I've seen. I know it, and it's just boring me now to play. So that game's long gone. It didn't work out. It disappointed me personally because there are games, for instance, GTA San Andreas. I know the entire outcome of that. I know every single thing that happens, but yet I would play it all over again. I can't be bothered at the minute, so I won't, but I could take a notion someday to head back on that game and just play the whole thing. But this series, disappointed. At the start, the first episode or two, I was enjoying myself, and then I was like, no, this isn't... I got far too excited for this. To have watched this for so many years and think I can't play this, and then to finally find out, oh, I can play it, and then for it to turn out so disappointing, it was really sad, actually. 4.5 out of 10. I don't want to bother it. I don't think it's the worst series I've ever done. I'm gonna judge it off, the recording and stuff was good. I recorded it properly, but it just wasn't entertaining enough, really. 4.5 out of 10. Football Manager now, boys, and I enjoyed this at the start. Really, really enjoyed it. I streamed it. The full playlist is still on my Twitch channel, lads. Twitch.tv/Joshua_Gibson8. It is still on there. And, I thought it was a good series. But it was kind of the same scenario where it got to the point of... I've been doing it for so long. Football Manager's a long-term thing if you want to make it long. And obviously, I wasn't going to make my club and stick us right at the top. I wanted to start from the bottom, but it just got to a point of... Yeah, it's taken really long. It was only 14 episodes, which is the normal amount for a career, but it was the hours I had to put in behind as well. And I love a good Football Manager series, or just a save, I would still play it a wee bit in my free time. It's probably just a case too of the game's been out for a while. Whenever the game first came out, I put a lot of hours into it, but even then I played a Liverpool career and we're at the top already challenging. This was a big build, and I love a Road to Glory as much as anybody, but I just found it really, really long at the end, and at the end of it I was like, right, it's time. And I had ideas in my head. I had an idea in my head for another series, and I was like, I want to end this and I just want to get on to my next series because I'm looking forward to that, and this one's just dead in my opinion, and the views weren't there. So yeah, it wasn't awful, but it wasn't the best. 6 out of 10. And our final series that we haven't done another series since, really, the Linfield PES 2020 Master League. And boys, this one was big for a lot of reasons. One, I think I'd gained a few more subs by then, and two, I knew things, right? Obviously the face cam and the proper recording was still there. That's come a long way. But when I scored a goal, the music, I'm sure you've noticed, when the music starts playing, it's building up, and then somebody shoots, so the ball hits the back of the net and the drop comes on. I figured all that out. I felt like a pro YouTuber. And something I have to say, that I don't think I've ever said about any other series. Not only did I enjoy making this series, recording it, I enjoyed editing it and just watching it all come together per episode. And it's very, very rare that someone enjoys editing a video, because it's a lot of work, lads, it is. And obviously that's why the content is better now, because there's more time going into it and you realise that. But love this series. Obviously I put a lot of work in to create the league in the first place, and I'm really glad I did. I loved it. I would love to do another Northern Irish career mode in PES, probably next summer when FIFA's done. Again, there'll be a video where I'm going to talk about the future of the channel, with me going back to school and stuff, and how things are going to change, because lockdown has been big for me in terms of subs and just learning things and making better content. But I really enjoyed this series. I'm going to come out here. It's my favourite series that I've done this year, from September until now, which is summer's over really. It's been my favourite series, lads. It's going to get a 9 out of 10. So lads, that is it. That was me rating all of the series I've done this year. You can see the newer they are, the better they've got, and if you go back and watch each of them, you'll see they did get better, and I'm really proud of all of them. Really enjoyed them all. Obviously some of them get to the point of it's it's just dead now. I've been doing it for too long. And some of them, like the Linfield career, I was almost disappointed to end it. It's so satisfying to end a series, lads, it is, because you've made it to the end and you've done what you came to do. But that was one I generally enjoyed. So yeah, that was it. You can see all the final ratings on the screen here. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time, guys. Cheers.